Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy T-Man. Today we're bringing you guys an updated Salamangreat deck profile, post Eternity Coda, and 40 card main, 15 card extra deck. Let's go ahead and jump in on this, starting with, of course, the one of Gazelle. It's limited. If we could play more, we would, but it's limited, right? Then we played the 2 Foxy, the 2 Spinny, and the 2 Jaguar, of course. Then we play 1 Falco. We cut off the foul because we're not relying on the foul anymore to get our level 4s on the field. Instead, we're playing, of course, the 3 Parallel Exceed. Now, this card, if you were to Link Summon while this card is in your hand, it will trigger in your hand to special summon itself to an arrow where that Link monster points to. Then it will become a level 4. Then once it is special summoned, it'll allow you to special summon a second copy from the deck. That monster will also become a level 4, giving you 2 4s to play with your rank 4s in your extra deck. Right, if for the normal summon, we're playing 3 Lady Debug. We cut off the Flame Buffalo because it isn't as consistent. Yeah, you can recycle it off of Sunlight Wolf, but you want to recycle the Gazelle if you are able to access it. So mainly focusing on there. This card will get you your Gazelle, and then you're going to be recycling your Gazelle with your Sunlight Wolf. Whereas if you have Flame Buffalo, it just conflicts and it doesn't guarantee you getting the cards that you need. Right, so those are the monsters. We're going to move on to, well, these are your main monsters. We're going to move on to some hand traps now. We're playing, of course, Ash, but we're playing 2. Now, the reason I'm playing 2 is because playing 3, yeah, it's good, and you can recycle this card, which is mainly the reason why I dropped it to 2. But opening 2 of them in your opening hand, even if you're going second, can be bad because it's a hard once per turn. So instead, I decided to drop it down to 2 and put in some other cards as well. Then we're playing 2 Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. This card just gives you more draw power, get you into your hand traps, or get you into any of your combo pieces that you need. As long as Needle Fiber is still running around and that whole Dragon Link deck is running around, I feel like Phantasme is gonna be very viable. I played 2. I don't think 3 is necessary. Just 2 is a good ratio. Then we played the next 2 DD Crow. Then also playing 2 Nibiru because combo decks are still around. As the new FTK Dragon Link is around, you want to try everything you can to stop it. Right, and we play 1 Prohibit Snake. Some people have completely cut this card out. I feel like that's wrong. This just gives you an extra out to pretty much anything on the field if you can't deal with it with just your Salamangreat monsters for whatever reason. Right, so those are the hand traps. That's going to be the monster lineup. Gonna move on to the spells. Of course, we're still playing 3 Signet Mining. Essentially, this is your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th copy of Gazelle. You pretty much search Gazelle with this all the time. If you already have it in your hand, then you search other stuff, obviously, but mainly for Gazelle. Right, and then we play 2 Pot of Desires. I cut it down to 2 to make room for some other cards. I like 2. 2 is good. You see this card when you need it. Right, then we still play 2 Will of the Salamangreat. This card is just amazing. You can revive any silent card from your hand or in your graveyard, even your Link monsters. This card is amazing. It keeps your plays going, especially if your opponent breaks your board and leaves this on your field. You can still do a lot of stuff as long as this card is on your field. Alright, and then the next change that we did to the deck was we are main decking 2 Cosmic Cyclones. And moving on, we're playing 1 Salamangreat Sanctuary, 1 Salamangreat Circle, basic stuff, and of course 1 Foolish Burial. Those are the spells. We're going to be moving on to the traps. And we actually played quite a few traps. I think I bumped up the trap count, or it might still be the same. So another hand trap, we play 2 Infinite Impermanence. If you don't want to play Infinite Impermanence, you can play any other 2 cards that you want, or you can play Effect Veiler if you can't afford the Impermanences, but we play 2 Impermanence. We play 1 Gravedigger's Trap Hole for the Reflatia that we play in the extra deck. And of course, we play 1 and 1 of the Salamangreat traps. We cut down the Roar to 1 to make room for the 2nd Impermanence. Alright, so those are the traps. We're gonna move on to the extra deck. Right, so the extra deck hasn't changed much. Still 3 Balinks, still 3 Sunlight Wolf, and still 2 Heals. Right, and we still play the 1 Lingaribo. If you want to play something else, you can play that something else. But I like Lingaribo. You can actually play around in permanence with this. So just a thought, okay? And then we still play the 1 Update Jammer. and the one Crusadia Avermax. For Alter Guys matchups, I still feel like Alter Guys can't beat over this card at all, and they can't target it, so this is a card for them to have a very difficult time playing against. Then we play, of course, the one Access Code Talker. This is your new OTK. You no longer play the Transcode Talker. We play this. It gives you removal, and then it can attack twice, and it gives you at least 2 pops on the field, because you have the Update Jammers win and at least 1 more Fire Link monster in your graveyard. So you get at least 2. Right, moving on to the Xyz, we play the one Trap 6 for Falacia. This is what you use Parallel Exceed for. This is how you play around Nibiru in your starting hand. And that's just that. That's just what it does. That's how you use it. That's how I use it. Now these 2 next pieces, you can put whatever you want. This is just for testing purposes, mainly because, you know, first of all, the next card, which is the Baguska, I still really like this card. When you summon him and you leave him in defense, it turns all monsters to defense and negates those monsters' effects. Now this next card, you 100% don't have to play this. I'm just testing this. It's Cyber's Reminder. It's 2 level 3s to make, so it's generic, and you play level 3s, so you can make this quite easily. But this card, you detach 1 material and target 1 Signet spell or trap in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So it's for recycling Signet mining if I need to see Signet mining, but it also prevents Spinny from getting banished, so you always have that resource in your graveyard if you need it. And then his second effect is actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. If he gets destroyed by battle or by your opponent's effect or by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon two level 4, specifically level 4 Cyber's monsters from your deck in defense position. Now their effects are negated, but depending on what you have available in your deck, you can get your Falco and you can get your Jaguar onto the field. Now of course they do nothing on the field, but if your opponent decides to attack over them, they're more viable in your graveyard anyways. But if they leave them on the field, then you have link material to continue on your plays on your following turn. And of course Falco, when he goes to the grave, you can get that effect off too. So it has a lot of potential. This is why I'm testing it in this deck. But the fact that you can recycle your Signet minings is great, and you can keep your Spinny is great, and then getting 2 of your salad cards onto the field when it's destroyed is great. So your opponent is being forced to play around this card and use up their resources for this card, because otherwise they're just going to generate you plus, and which is going to hurt them in the long run, and you'll be able to OTK potentially in the next turn. So something to think about. You don't have to play this card, it's just for testing, and I'm really liking this card right now. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Leave a like, consider hitting the subscribe button for more content, and comment down below what deck profiles you guys would like to see, and I'll try my best to get those on this channel for you guys. Peace.